Arabic and Hebrew are sort of very interesting. They're not like polar opposites, but they go in what seems like polar opposite directions. So Arabic is very unconscious. It has to do with senses. It has to do with feelings. If you look at the alphabet of Arabic, you notice it kind of writes in cursive. It kind of goes where it pleases, and it's not really constricted or constrained. And that's kind of like how the mind is, the unconscious, in the sense of like we feel and we experience things, but then when we want to when we want to like spell things out, we have to like put it into a system and like in a very concise way say what we want to say. And it's interesting because Arabic almost skips that entirely. Arabic makes it so that you speak directly with your feelings and from your heart. So you always feel like when you're talking in Arabic, as long as you can speak, you feel like you can bring out your feelings completely. You never feel like that they're restricted. And then there's also Hebrew. It's kind of like a different direction. Hebrew, it makes you spell everything out. It makes you sort of, if you ever talk to a programmer or you have programmed anything, it's very binary. Like, is it this or is it this? Like, it sort of spells everything. Everything needs to be spelled out like precisely, exactly. And Hebrew does that. And if anyone's ever talked to an Israeli person, you can kind of tell by their speech that they speak in a very binary way. And that doesn't mean that it's shallow, but just that everything is like 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Like everything's spelled out exactly. And it's almost like, and Hebrew is very like conscious, expanding, and kind of that's reflected in also perhaps the culture, because people, when they eat Jewish food, it kind of gives them drive and it wakes them up. Like if you eat a Reuben sandwich or you eat whatever, right? Whereas Arabic culture is kind of more relaxed and laid back. And that's sort of reflected in the language. And yeah, it's very interesting. They both sort of have those different sides. And I kind of think of Aramaic. So Aramaic is like a language in the Bible. It's a language that Jesus spoke. And it's sort of like a cross between Arabic and Hebrew, but it sort of tilts more towards Hebrew. Maybe it's 70 Hebrew, 30 Arabic.